Hello, good morning, and congratulations for making it here if you weren't out last night. Definitely could have done with a couple more hours in bed this morning, but hey, we're here. Quick introduction, my name is Richard Hobbs. I'm the founder of B&V, Brand New Vision. Started it in 2016, originally as a general R&D tech company, looking at how we can apply new ways of working in the fashion industry in the traditional sense. In 2019, after really digging deep into 3D product creation and DLT, blockchain, completely pivoted over to purely virtual products, digital wearables, as we now call them, as opposed to NFTs. We're based in Hong Kong, and with a team of people all over the world, many of them who are here in the audience today, so please feel free to pick the brains of the B&V team at any time. I'm here to talk about what we're actually just about to launch, which is the first stage of our fashion ecosystem, which is MeID. It's been really interesting over these last sort of 24 hours hearing people talk about digital fashion, and it's great and it's amazing, but what can you do with it? And that's what we're here to talk about, a full fashion ecosystem for Web3. This is our main tagline. We've been using it for 2 years. It's where fashion meets the metaverse. And I'm going to come back to this slide a bit later on to go into a bit more detail about what that box over there can actually do and what it means. We have a team of about 12, as we call them, metaverse tailors, mostly based in Hong Kong, and we do full product creation. This is just a demonstration of some stuff we did recently for the 60th anniversary of the CFDA. All of this product was created in-house for the various brands here. So you see Michael Kors, Willy Chavaria, Coach, including Vivienne Tam's outfit, which you'll see at the end, which was actually composed of a number of Bored Apes. All of this content, both the wearable versions and the environments and the animations, were done in-house by our own team. And these ones were auctioned to raise money for the CFDA. And each one of these sold for between 15 and 25,000 US dollars. Some of them we have created wearables, mainly the Vivienne Tam one, which you'll see in a minute, which was eventually purchased by Kathy Hackle, and she wore it during Metaverse Fashion Week within Decentraland. If anybody's in the world of digital fashion and creating that product, we all want to talk about interoperability and moving things around the metaverse. And it's very difficult. There's a huge amount of heavy lifting. So we can all go and use CLO 3D and make wonderful pieces, but then if you need to transfer that onto an RPM avatar, into the sandbox, into Decentraland, into other spaces, there's a huge amount of retopologizing that needs to take place, avatar rigging, token linking to actually make that happen. But that's what we are, our mission and our mantra is to bring interoperability to fashion across the metaverse. I'll click on. And what we're building is a full ecosystem, the digital fashion ecosystem. And we've broken it down to 4 key areas. One is MeID, which is our identity station, which I'll go into a bit more detail, which is avatar customization, wearability, and interactivity within all of those possibilities of anything that might be in your wallet. B&V World is our metaverse experience. I'll be able to show you a little bit of that. It's a work in progress. By the end of this year, it'll be available for beta, and it's a real-time rendered 3D metaverse system, which is built around fashion. So as I'm sure you're aware, there's a lot of metaverse experiences either that exist or are being created, not necessarily conducive to a fashion environment. We like to think we are, because we're a fashion company, first and foremost. I've been in the industry 13 years, and most of our people have also been in it for a similar length of time. And we understand the world of fashion. We talk the right language. We can say the right things to the fashion brands, the players within that field. And we use the technology. So we're not a tech company trying to get into fashion. We're a fashion company using technology to bring this whole ecosystem of digital fashion. Identity, world, the feed is our social feed, a Web3 social feed where the content that you can create within the identity station and within the world can then be shared. So as opposed to collecting likes, we have a coin, our Fash coin, which will underpin all of these elements. The coin will enable you to be an active player, a commercial player within that world. So To summarize it, the way we break down what we do in terms of creating digital wearable fashion is ownership. It's all tokenized. Pretty much everything is on Ethereum. We have a few things we do on Polygon, but it's all very accessible and open and transparent in the true spirit of Web3. Fashion should always be about wearability. You know, it's great if you can have something and collect it and you can look at it and you can covet it and it sits in your wardrobe, but actually the true utility of fashion digitally is wearable. And that's what we focus on building, that interoperable wearability. The third element is creativity. People in the fashion world want to be creative. That's why they're in it. They're designing, they're styling, they're building different things. So we provide the tools and the services and the experiences to allow people to be creative around fashion. Then there's the social element. So whether that's flexing your style or sharing particular items that you may have created or composed or styled, then having the ability for other people to see that and interact with it. That's where the social element comes in. And then commercial. So with the coin, which is ready for launch, we're just waiting for the right moment, we actually have what we're calling our Fash Cred system, where people actually who already own any of our tokens, whether that be a 721 or a 1155, if they register that within our Discord, they will be able to activate certain elements, including weekly drops of Fash Cred, which will eventually be converted into Fash Coin. And we are looking for the Fash Coin to be this global currency of fashion in Web3. I'll move on. Quick video, how our MeID station works. You come in, there's an androgynous avatar system. This is to show one of the elements that we do, which is text to image AI prompt, and then a mapping system which drops it into the avatar face. So we're not using a typical avatar system, which is come in, select your glasses, select your beard, select your eyebrows, skin color. You can actually have full creativity of what your avatar face will eventually turn into. We are working on another longer-term project which will have huge applications in the beauty industry where you can actually make up your face. But as I'm sure anybody who's working in this area will understand, that's a huge task. And we're working on it in the background, but it will be coming sometime next year. Additionally, if you don't want to use AI on the avatar, you can plug in the helmet. And within the helmet, any PFP or other image that you might have in your wallet, because this is all wallet linked, token gated, you will be able to drop that PFP into the helmet system and therefore take your identity, which is that part of the body. We work from here down. Everybody else works on the face. We're working on the rest of the body as well. So any PFP or piece of art can actually be incorporated into that helmet. We are also working with a number of music, Web3 music companies that actually will have, if you have a NFT music track, it can also be plugged into your helmet, which will move with you when you go into our metaverse experience. This is a very quick example of some of the items that we're going to give away. So to get the next million people into Web3 in a fashion angle, we need to bait and hook a few people. So yes, we want people to own the digital assets. Some of them will be giving away, some of them will be free, but actually there'll be things in there which are available to anybody to come in, create their identity, their avatar, and then style and play around with different textures and different formats, and again, including AI inputs to allow people to be creative with their avatar and the outfits that they are wearing. This is our world, BNV World. We will be enabling people to access it in a beta mode by the end of this year. And it's what we're calling the infinite runway. So actually most metaverses, build out on the flat and they render out as you walk through them. We've built a loop. And that loop gets broken down into different quadrants with different themes and different environments. And within that loop, there will be opportunities for brand activations, the opportunity to purchase things that you will make available through there, and again, integrating other elements that will be within your wallet. The key to what we're doing here is it's going to be browser and mobile first. So the balance between finding fidelity and the ability to access it easily is the fine-tune. So we're actually using our own gaming engine that we have recruited a bunch of people, and we're building it with this mantra of being on your phone and in a browser first. So it's not a huge file download, but it will have the fidelity that you're seeing here. And again, wallet-linked images, tokens, etc., can all go into the world experience. Just to clarify, everybody talks about gaming as being the route for fashion to go into Web3 and into the metaverse. We're looking at it, it's not gaming per se, it's what the gaming engines will enable you to do. And that's where the creativity comes in. This is actual footage of how you can style and adapt your own digital wearables within real time and render out within the world. So text-to-image prompt, stable diffusion, create an image, resize it, position it, etc. on your avatar, finish up, happy with that, boom, back into the world. Another example here, which we've done with a PFP into the helmet, as you can see, positioning, change the top, then we go into the AI input prompt. Oh, we did this one for Portugal. And away we go with that one, and again, into the world. Now, what you're seeing here is single users. It's a multi-user. Will be up to 50 people on a phone or in a browser at any one time. There will be the chat, there will be the interaction, etc. And there will be plugins which will be geared towards different brands and different processes to interact. But the key thing here is this ability for people to be infinitely creative on an infinite runway. So rather than that selection of options, you can have huge amounts of creativity. Coming back to this is an important thing that we're trying to do. The way you purchase NFTs at the moment is pretty painful. It's, you have to be at a certain place at a certain time, you've got to get on an allow list, and then oh shit, gas is too high, I'm going to back away or whatever. We want to change that, which is why we developed this concept of a vending machine, which will work both in real life and digitally. So that vending machine, or versions of it, will be in stores, it will be in different metaverse experiences, and the content will be managed separately. So we're building out the flow that enables you to actually go, oh, I want to buy that, that's cool, I like that, and without having to go, shit, do I need to sign up here? Do I need to go to pre-mint? Have I got to follow this on this? No, you can just press a button, and away you go. There's a whole bunch of different processes that have to be aligned for that to function, but it's an important part that we want to make fashion way more accessible as digital wearables in Web3. If you want to get involved, this is our G2, Novo Visao, if that's pronounced correctly. If you have a non-fungible ticket in your wallet, you should, we need to check this, be on the allow list and be able to mint this one now. Owning this as a G2 is an ERC 1155. It basically brings you into our whole network of the ecosystem that you've just described. Having that, registering it, you will start to earn Fash, and you'll be part of the whole circle in the network. So if you are interested, there's a QR code. I'll leave this one up here. And if anyone has a problem, talk to some of the other people, not than me. So I think that's my 15 minutes. And it depends on the guys here whether anybody has any questions, but we're here, I'm here, and other people are. Yes. There's other things that we're doing, which I'm happy to talk about separately in terms of physically linking NFTs and NFC chips together with physical product. I've been in the fashion industry for too many years. I never want to go into another factory ever again. But if our partners are happy to produce product, we're really happy to twin those up and make those work together. So with the Booties, the Phoenix Rising guys, we have some things in the pipeline with those guys as well. I think I'm being told to leave, but I'm going to stick around outside. Thank you, everybody.